Welcome back for part 2 of episode 3 of Atavar Ascension. To catch you up on where we last left off, the Blue Devils had received their first evaluation from the Freelancers Association, achieving an overall grade of B-. Hoping to improve their score, they figured they'd take on a job that seemed a bit quicker to deal with and selected a request for investigators down at the docks. So after a good night's rest and a good breakfast, Persephone decided to head out and take care of some shopping. Leon chose to secretly follow her to keep an eye on her, and the rest of the party decided to head to the docks to find out more about what they were in for. Speaking to Baka, the harbor master, Gold, Tomer, and Ajax discovered they may be dealing with some kind of apparition, and decided to question some of the dock workers that Baka had put on the night shift security. Thinking they had confirmed their suspicions of a poltergeist of some type after talking with a tiefling dock worker named Brorno, the three boys thought to make their way back to the other two and tell them what they had learned. And that is where we hop back into the action.
Hey, Jax, come on.
That's some racist shit you just did.
Hey, Zach, you seen any other white people around?
Funny you should mention that, yeah.
Yeah, I dropped the crate where I presume it's supposed to go and continue about my way.
Okay.
I asked on your behalf because you're not there, by the way. Not trying to be racist.
Oh, I don't care. I don't even know you being racist. It's fine.
Guess we just gotta kill time until night.
Well,
We're already
let's
fighting
go ahead
time,
and grab
huh?
stuff for killing ghosts. Now that we know what we're dealing with, now we can go buy things to be properly prepared. Stares internally at Persephone, fully knowing I can't look at her right now.
So, a little while later, transition.
Happy ending.
An appropriate amount of time
Yes.
passes.
Yeah. 2 hours later. No, eventually, you actually, while you're doing your shopping and looking around and stuff, eventually these three end up coming back, and you three give me perception checks.
That's a 15.
You two.
Oh, okay.
I don't get to see shit.
16.
Move to your place.
Perception.
11.
All right.
19.
All right. So, you two notice Persephone as she's,
Wait, who does?
hold on. Those two, Tomer and Gold, notice Persephone as she's, kind of got a bunch of stuff. She seems to be, slowly making her way back towards the honeypot to maybe, no? Where are you heading?
I heard of somewhere called the Horny Halfling.
Sorry, what?
It's on the map.
Yeah, okay.
Where I'm headed.
You're heading to the Horny Halfling. All right. You see her kind of walking in one direction. You,
Me?
from your spot on a rooftop, notice these three, and you see they start going like, oh, look, there's Persephone's over there, and they start walking that way.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody notices this guy.
Yay,
That's
funny,
fine.
sneaky man.
I've been on my own. I have no idea.
I'm just gonna...
Persephone close enough that I could yell at her to get her attention.
She's probably about... you'd have to yell pretty loud because it's not dead silent. There's a lot of activity going around. And she's probably about 30 feet away.
Ajax, yell.
Persephone!
All right.
Let me do a...
Perception, yeah, but it's not hard.
Perception.
Not too hard.
Perception?
16.
Yeah.
Top.
You hear kind of from over your left shoulder, back a ways, you hear the booming voice of Ajax, who, now that you look in that direction, is clearly, for the most part, like a head taller than everybody around.
Yeah.
You just see two giant heads.
Yeah.
I found her.
Yeah. Look at those two. Oh, yeah.
Rather
The Twin
than-
Towers over there.
I do the wave and then I
Yeah.
Rather
motion.
than yelling back at them, I'll cast a message towards them.
Okay.
How can I help you?
I don't cast message back since I don't have it.
No,
There's a
it's
respawn.
It'll let you do it back.
you
per
can
my spell.
basically what it is.
Or you can
Message.
yell. I mean, you
Yeah.
do you.
Message. You can now hear each other from 120 feet away, as if you were whispering to each other, or but and it
Would I
lasts for
know
as long
that?
as the duration.
Some man
I
had,
don't
like,
see why
"Why are you in my
not. You
head?"
guys have been together for 6 months, probably.
It was like I would have cast it at least.
It's not in your head. It's like you're hearing the voice.
Oh, okay.
We're regrouping. We're dealing with ghosts.
All right. I guess I'll turn around and join them.
Okay.
No tieflings for you today. I will
There have never
hop
been
down
tieflings
from the
for
roof
me
I'm
any
on
day.
and rejoin with the group as well.
Okay.
That's not what's happening at the door.
Stealthily, or are you just gonna walk up to
I'm
him?
just gonna appear.
Jumps off the roof of the building. Hey guys.
Hey there.
Does the good old Assassin's Creed jump?
Yeah.
Surprised none of you guys have PTSD for being in the war. Just like, oh, my bodily body.
Oh, it's not an orc. It's fine.
Yeah, like you all get
If you had popped out of nowhere,
you all get together, and then all of a sudden, just like appearing beside you,
Hey
Leon.
guys, I'm conveniently here. How's it going?
Ah, fuck.
God damn it, he's here.
you weren't here the whole time.
Where were you? Everywhere.
And nowhere.
Fucking inside chick.
You were
Okay.
with Persephone?
Oh, shop.
Do I have to make a deception contest?
Are you
Body
lying? Or are you
ghosts?
telling the truth?
He says, I'm everywhere but nowhere at the
That's a lie. That is blatantly a
Deception.
lie.
Ghost. So
All right.
can I do a what do I know about Ghost 101?
Yes. Hold on. One second.
Womp womp.
What'd you get?
19.
I got a 6.
Yeah, he's clearly lying.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I mean, you can tell. It's like as he's saying it, he's like sweating. I mean,
Nobody can be everywhere.
yeah.
So maybe I wasn't everywhere, but I was a few places.
You would have to give me a religion check.
Ooh. You ready for this?
What are you checking for?
Knowledge about ghosts.
9.
You should probably.
Yeah,
make a religion
I'm a
check.
holy man.
He
Get in
mentioned
there,
ghosts,
kind
and
of.
I went,
You know, you holy bastard.
Can I give him an assist on that, or do I need to roll?
Not on knowledge checks. Knowledge, you either know it or you don't.
All right, I'm
I got a
gonna roll for it,
21.
Never mind.
too. I'm
Okay.
not going to roll.
My guy.
Okay. So, I think I asked it before with when you
You
knowledged
did.
vampires.
It's in the group
Mr.
Discord
Electric's
too. You
in
put
this
it in
goes-
there in the
goes
voice
straight to
chat.
hell.
That's what I was looking for. Hold on. Let me
I don't think you put it in the second campaign chat. I think you
No,
put it
it's in
another
the voice chat log or something.
Yeah. Come on.
Father said it.
It's treason.
So you
Since
got-
when did this become Star Wars?
Mhm.
Well, it was Ghostbusters that I went to stars. Because that scene in Ghostbusters 1, she's like, are you a god? And he's like, no. And he just gets fucking bodied by electric lightning out of the girl's hands.
When someone asks if you're a god, you always say yes.
Well, that's
Now we know
SG1.
that.
I gotta remember the name of my god.
I have
God,
mine written
these
down
nuts in your
somewhere.
mouth! Ah, I got
Oh, unrelated to anything relevant now, but I figured out the name of my my old gang,
Oh, I thought you said.
Is it something edgy?
the empty ones.
That is
Yep.
super edgy.
What's it called?
The empty ones.
The empty ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone's
I
gonna
like
fill 'em
that.
up.
Hmm.
Maybe they're filling each other up.
Ew.
Not that anyone else knows that. I just wanted to announce it because it was cool.
I'm getting a phone call.
You're cool.
I cannot find that. If someone else can find that on Discord, where it is, that list, because I need that, and I need to
Which list?
answer this. Let's pause for a moment.
Which list?
Go ahead.
All right. So you were asking what you knew about ghosts, and Ajax got a 21 on his roll. So you know the following things.
Yay, I love knowing things.
Must be nice.
It is nice.
All right. You know that ghosts are resistant to acid, fire, lightning, thunder, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks.
Lightning. What?
Acid, fire, lightning, and thunder.
Basically all your elemental types.
And bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing from non-magical attacks.
Normal stuff.
You also know that they have incorporeal movement. They can move through other creatures and objects as if they were difficult terrain. Okay, so they just right through things.
Yeah, ghost makes
Okay.
sense.
You also know. Where is that? Looks like strength is its weakest save. Okay, so that is the 3 things you got.
There you go, boys. Knowledge.
Knowledge is
Knowledge.
power.
We
Okay.
should write a book about animals and sell it.
About ghost animals?
No,
No, danimals.
That's my wrestling name.
with crackers.
So as I was saying, well, what would I be needing for ghosts?
Do you have a magical weapon?
Yeah.
Okay, you're fine.
He's got a magical weapon.
You know who doesn't have a magical weapon?
Me.
One of the
You know who
characters.
else has a magical weapon?
You have a magic.
Just
you can
to
do magic on your
clarify,
weapons.
my
Holy light is
oh
magic.
fuck, where is it?
We all have a way of dealing
My
damage to it, right? Though,
I mean,
My-
I can cast a spell.
because I
my
can deal
shadow
force
blade is
damage.
considered a
I can do-
magical.
I can do
blade,
psychic,
But it
yes.
resists my damage.
Let me look.
All of
I
it.
believe so.
I can,
Great.
I can do any type of
Magic shadow sword. So I would assume yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Do we want to get you a
Cool.
magical
Then yeah, we're good.
greatsword?
Solid.
Do they sell those?
Well, no, his sword is magical because it's his divine. It's his divinity to cast spells. So shouldn't it be magical?
That
No.
doesn't make it a magic weapon.
It can be used as a focus. That doesn't make it magical.
Can you enchant it to be? You could just enchant it.
Oh, let me just take
We
care of
play
that
real
real quick.
Well, if you enchant it to be like, if you enchant it to a lightning sword, it would still resist it.
Womp womp.
I'm talking about putting an enchantment on it.
You gotta find someone and be able to afford them.
You able to do any enchantments?
Do,
Off to the horny.
I only do enchantments on my own weapons.
just be at the
Doc.
honey pot.
I don't think we
by
can
dusk.
afford enchantments.
We're gonna head out from there.
Okay.
Dinner.
I think you might be right.
Gotta
Yeah.
eat. Can't adventure on an empty stomach.
But I can afford dinner.
Haha.
Dinner's on Leon.
Again.
All right, so you're heading to the horny halfling.
100%.
What are the rest of you doing?
We're gonna find something for Ajax to use in the fight.
I'm
Okay.
just gonna
We're just gonna go
power through with brute force.
shopping.
Okay. All right, so what are you shopping,
Shopping
for?
montage part 2.
Yes.
In my mind, I always imagined salt as being effective with ghosts.
Okay,
Because
too
you
much
watched a lot of
Supernatural.
Supernatural.
Salt shotgun.
I'm not saying it's wrong. I love that show.
So my character is on the hunt for salt.
You
Okay.
find that at the docks for free.
Or the salty barrel. Ha
Or in the ocean.
ha.
Yes, you can easily find salt at
Like
any
a
number of
nice
stores.
Burlap sack full of salt.
You can easily find something like that.
I'm gonna go to a general store for salt.
Okay. Roll a percentile.
See how much salt you get, boy.
Can I have my god bless some water for me?
No, I have an idea. Thank you for
Okay.
bringing that up.
42.
42.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's what you rolled. I was like, what?
It's the answer
Yeah,
to the
percentile.
universe.
Yeah, no, it's
Oh.
percentile. So, yep. So you end up at Connie's General Store.
Plus 20.
Connie's General
Oh,
Goods.
I rolled a net 20.
And, yep, sure enough, pretty easy to see, tucked in a corner on the right-hand side, kind of over on the where all the tools are on the right, but kind of tucked in a corner near the front. There is several different sacks of different things, different supplies. There's flour, there's sugars, There's salts. There's other spices.
I just grabbed the burlap sack full of salt,
Okay.
I'm just waiting my turn.
Okay.
Holy
and I walk up to the counter.
Okay.
How much for the salt?
Oh, I didn't.
Oh, hello. Yes. Oh, the sack. Wow. Haven't sold those in a while. Give me a moment.
She goes in the counter, pulls out a little ledger, starts thumbing through it.
She's never sold a sack that big.
Why is everything my character got to do be so gay?
3 silver.
3 silver, slowly on the table.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anything else for you?
I can't think so. I'll be on my way.
Okay. Come back anytime.
I'm going to speak to Leon and
Percy.
Percy.
Persephone.
Persfinafnafn.
Did you already run off?
I walked off, but
Okay,
yeah.
well, I'm going to speak to Leon.
I mean, you could have spoke to me before I ran away. Like
Yeah.
Y'all
that's
were
reasonable.
shopping. Any idea where one might be able to procure some holy water?
The church?
No, there was this one, phylactery.
Yeah,
Please.
there's some weird wizard dude.
Well, that sounds promising.
I
You mind
point
taking
him.
me there?
I point him towards the weird wizard dude.
Percy
shop.
comes back from nowhere just to guide me.
Don't worry, Percy. I'll leave him there. You
Message
can
is
go
still
and
activated.
do your own thing.
Oh,
I've been around Kyver before, okay? I know the place. I totally was not spying on you. Or
Inside check! Creepy bastard!
Deception check!
You gotta roll it on the table there,
Off the
buddy.
Table, nat 1.
On the table, buddy.
Do you all play with any rolls like that?
That is a 10.
I got 12.
God damn.
Oh, yeah.
So
He was definitely spying on her.
I always feel like
Somebody's
watching me.
How come when I make that
And I
exact
got
same
no
joke
props.
earlier, no one laughed?
I didn't notice. I didn't hear
I
you
say
say
along
that.
with you.
I didn't hear you.
We sang in everything.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I sang right
Yeah.
afterwards like an
Yeah.
echo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Yeah.
funnier coming out of Oscar, I guess. Yeah.
You're buying drinks tonight, right?
Yeah.
He's already been buying all of our other food.
Just today. Gold is
I
normally
paid
our
for a lot of
stackable.
the stuff recently.
I am substitute
so-
gold for today.
So you are now standing in front of Filbert's phylactery.
I
Yeah,
head in.
Filbert, that was his name.
You head in. You see the same scene as I described to Persephone.
I don't remember, but I'll
Okay.
right on.
A shop that is not super well ordered, but not a complete mess. And behind the counter stands in a very heavy, long, hooded cloak with the hood drawn up.
Picture
Over his head.
most basic wizard cloak.
Yep.
You can possibly
And
like Google
his-
wizard cloak.
Yes, and his head is kind of turned down as he's obviously doing something on the counter and he's looking down at it, so you can't really see his face. Clearly, though, relatively tall and quite skinny.
Hey, mister,
Yes,
you sell any holy water?
I believe you're looking for a church.
You're probably right.
That's unfortunate.
Worth a shot. You know where the nearest church is?
There are several. Which are you looking for?
The nearest one.
The one that sells holy water.
And are you with him?
Well, yeah, I came with him.
And why exactly do you need holy water?
Baptism.
Roll deception.
Yeah,
Let's see my third failed
I'm
deception
getting
roll.
baptized.
Deception.
I'm gonna help him.
Hey, that's actually a 21.
Then everybody doesn't need my help.
Yes, you can get that done at a church.
But we have our own religion that isn't any of the other religions. Screw them.
Definitely not a cult.
Not a cult.
Let me ask you this then. Do you sell powdered silver?
That I may have.
Well, all right then. I'd like to buy some.
Okay.
We're all slowly taking on southern accents, and I love it.
Adventurer?
That's the only accent I do well.
Mhm. Adventurer, I take it.
Indeed.
A lot of you around these days. Hmm.
Well, nothing would get done without us.
Ooh. Shots fired.
Side eye.
The rock face.
He steps out from behind the counter, comes around, goes over to one of the set of shelves, begins digging in. There's a couple different. It's like one of those big apothecary style shelves with tons and tons of little drawers in it. That are just like 3 inches by 3 inch little drawer that slides out like a foot and a half, and then you put back in, and there's a ton of them on it. And he's going through looking into a bunch of different drawers, and he finally gets one. He's here we go. Reaches in, pulls out a little pouch. Basically, maybe the size of a mouse like this. The pouch itself. It says powdered silver.
How much for it?
Well,
10 gold.
25 gold pieces worth of powdered silver just to make.
It's worth it. Okay.
So he'd probably be selling it for higher than that because market pricing and yada yada.
This much? No, there's not that much in there.
He doesn't have 25 gold pieces worth of powdered silver.
You just asked for powdered silver. You didn't ask for how much.
I misunderstood.
We're gonna ask him for 25 gold pieces worth of.
He pulls out 2 more identical size pouches. Drops them from you. 30 gold.
I'll take it.
And
Very
with that,
well.
you should be able to make your own holy water.
Did you find the salt?
Blessed by Shimlo.
Join us next time
you found
on
where the name was.
Cleric's Cooking.
I do have the salts. You've got the powder.
I'll provide the cuts.
Yes. All right. Should we sing that song from the beginning again? Long big.
No
All right.
cock better than horse.
Oh my god.
Language!
Oh, there is no language criteria on here.
I'm off.
It's adult channel.
Hola.
I'm off to see the halfling, the horniest halfling of all.
All right.
Because he has 2 massive balls.
Do a ritual for a level 1 spell slot and make myself some holy water.
Very well.
Are you gonna go back to
No,
the,
just right there in the middle of the store.
Observe what I can do.
I'm
Probably
gonna
I'm
go
better
back.
than you.
Yeah.
To the
Honey
I was gonna say if you
wherever we're
start,
meeting.
if you start to do that in the middle of the store, he's gonna be like, no, out.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the honey pot.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got what I needed.
You got what I need.
Oh God.
But you
Say he's just a friend.
All right.
She's-
Yep, you are a bard. Okay.
Ooh, copyrighted.
Well, no, it wasn't more than 4 seconds. We cannot be copyrighted. The other song, though.
Yeah.
Okay,
You got what I need.
Hey, stop! You're adding to the timer.
Yeah, stop it! Ah! No,
We'll believe
all right, so you head back towards the Honey Pot Inn and Tavern in order to create some Shemlo blessed holy water.
That sounds like such a shamblo mcblumlo.
And you're heading to the Horny Halfling.
On my way out of the magic
Mhm.
door, I'm gonna go ahead and send a message and go, "Oh, Bard."
That would be me.
Who, me?
The fanciest of them all.
As I walk out.
You just said "Oh, bard," and that's it.
Yeah.
Well, I responded, is there something wrong?
No, I just figured you might want to accompany me on this journey.
Stereotyping! But you'd be right. Yeah.
Yeah, bro, that's racist.
I'll
yeah.
follow her there.
All right. Tomer.
Fuck it, I'll go too.
Okay. Gold.
I was going to the honey pot. with
Okay, so
our-
you two are heading to the Honey Pot. You three heading to the Horny Halfling.
I wonder what they have.
By this point in time, it is like midday. It's about lunchtime. As you approach the Horny Halfling, all you see is a fairly large 3-story building. Not super extravagant, very kind of plain on the outside. But the sign hanging off of it on the placard simply has a picture of a little halfling kind of standing like this, you know, with crossed arms, one hand on the chin, kind of cocked head, and two horns coming out, and he is winking. And other than that, it seems very... nothing special looking about this building. When you open the door and walk in, you are first greeted with a short hallway to another door, and sitting on a stool in front of this other door is a minotaur.
Hey.
More like the horny minotaur.
You say that out loud?
No, that was really
Just
shitty.
checking.
That was a shitty joke.
Alright. Me and my friends are looking for a good time.
You've come to the right place.
All horns welcome.
Absolutely. Cover charge.
How much?
2 gold each.
That's fine.
Alright.
I look towards
Trust
Leon.
me, the buffet is
no.
worth it.
Hey, I'll cover her.
Okay.
I'll cover her.
The buffet is worth it alone.
Y'all got food up in there?
Oh, yeah.
All you can eat.
People come here just for the food.
Yo, Rachel's is a
bibs are
5-star
nice,
diner.
The food? Shit. The food, bruh?
So, as you pay your money, he reaches over, he opens the door, and this was surprising to no end. As that door flings open, a wall of sound comes blaring out. You could not hear it from the other side of what looked to be a standard thin wooden door. But when it opened, fucking loud. They are jamming in there. And,
Elaborate.
well, you
It's
are...
like a club.
Yeah, you are hearing some, wild percussion drums going off at the same time as somebody's obviously playing some kind of lyre or an other stringed instrument and going nuts. Someone's on some kind of horn. I mean, there is music and it is lively. And this is the middle of the friggin' day. Additionally, there seems to be some pulsing, color shifting lights. Anybody who has Arcana can roll Arcana check.
You
Do I have to be proficient in it?
Yes.
Oh,
I am. No, I haven't.
because my
I have
magic, not
advantage on it. I'm
Arcana.
not proficient in it. Scratch that.
No,
I
because
don't
you're
know.
a sorcerer.
No,
What
I don't
is
have
my
advantage on
magic then?
Arcana.
Charisma.
Oh, I guess that's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, all divine.
You are a magic user, even though you're not
Arcane magic.
proficient
Words.
in it.
Yeah.
It's because you didn't choose that for one, but at the same time, it makes sense as a sorcerer because you don't really study your magic. You're just like,
I just
hey,
know
I
this
just kind of
shit.
know this shit. So it's not like you're
Yeah.
learning about it.
I didn't take magic school.
Yeah.
Yeah, my magic doesn't work with normal stuff.
Mhm.
So, no for me.
So what do we get?
I don't have proficiency.
No,
in
no.
it.
Nobody. Oh,
I
I have
okay.
proficiency.
I only have
but that's just
advantage,
bard
and I
stuff.
don't think that
No,
counts.
half.
Pretty
that-
lights.
You
Okay.
can roll.
Half-
You can roll. Have proficiency.
Not 20.
Nat 20.
Which is 21.
You are familiar with this.
You better love that coast.
You are
comes from a man named the Technomancer.
no. You are familiar with this because
Mouse. Dead mouse.
I mean, you're in the spy world. You know some of the tricks. Someone has been, casting a major illusion spell, in here. They got somebody on retainer here making shit happen. Because this is radiating a major illusion, but it's permanent.
So actually a technomancer.
Yeah.
As I said.
Mhm.
I know my
And-
stuff.
As you kind of walk in, you don't get to see everything right away because you walk in and there's a wall on one side, and then it kind of dead ends about 10 feet in front. So as you walk through the door, you kind of turn to the left, and what you see on the left is there's some tables out there, and they are fairly well packed. And there is a bunch of tables kind of lining against the wall, and like just big serving pieces full of steaming, piping hot food are just sitting over there. And you see a couple people getting some. And then as you come around that area and open up, there is a big stage with a band on there. Again, there's drums, there's a lyre, there's
kind of stage.
horns, there's all that up on there. They are rocking it out, but they are only taking up about a quarter of the stage. On the other 3/4 of the stage, you see several dancers. And they're in varying states of disrobery, if that is even a word.
What
Various states of undress.
That too.
what race?
You see, one is
Does that matter to you?
Yeah.
one is an elf, and she is actually very tall for an elf, and has very, very, very long brown hair, which, usually with elves, they're fair skin, lighter hair, but she's got darker hair.
It's dyed.
Natural as far as you can tell.
She has two very nice personalities.
Yes, huge tracts of land. No, she's up there dancing. There is also, I guess there's something for everyone, because there is a dwarf up there.
Oh God, is it a bearded lady?
No, she does not have a beard.
That is unfortunate. You're fired.
No, she does not have a beard.
Not a Tolkien dwarf.
Yeah, this is not a Tolkien dwarf.
She waxes.
Yes, no.
Yes, no.
She does not have a beard up there. No.
Ah!
The Middle Ages. What do you expect?
Yes. No.
Anybody want to go
but-
to safari?
For being a dwarf, and a bit stouter, a bit thicker, she's got some curves to her, and she is flaunting them.
This is not where I thought this episode would be going.
Well,
There's
welcome.
You decided to go to the fucking...
you went to the horny halfling. I'm sorry.
It was going to be described either way.
She's a BBW, a big, beautiful dwarf.
Yes, exactly.
Wharf.
Wharf, big beautiful wharf.
Dead Man's Wharf.
But there is also up there, you're kind of wondering how the fuck this happened. Because one portion of the stage that has a dancer in it, in fact, it's the other quarter, opposite the band. So you got the band in one quarter, you got these two dancers in the middle, and then on the far right, that portion of the stage is actually a giant aquarium. And in this aquarium
Man, I want to be there now.
is
Yes,
You went to the
No,
wrong
no.
tavern.
in this aquarium is a topless, clearly wearing some kind of fake mermaid-like appendage tail thing, half-elf woman
drowning.
that is kind of swimming around and dancing under the water. And there are out in front of the stage many little tables, lots of people, but there's plenty of empty spaces for the size of the place. Welcome to the Horny Halfling, where all your fantasies can come. Ew. I mean, not. But no. This, as the song stops, and the dancers leave, coming out onto the stage, as the dancers exit into the middle of the stage, is a relatively young-looking, very attractive halfling man who has roll perception checks.
I don't want to.
How can a halfling be attractive?
Nat 1, so like it's
God,
15.
change your dice.
15.
I got an 18.
Okay. You two notice he is wearing like fake horns.
Liar!
Okay.
Super real.
Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah. And he comes out and he says,
let's give it up for our lovely dancers, Belinda, Austri, and Kryna. Yes, yes, yes. Woo.
I do not clap.
He says, "Oh, some newcomers," as he looks towards you three. "Welcome to the Horny Halfling. I, of course, am Tali, the owner. All of you who know me know that I run a respectable business here, don't I, folks?" Everyone starts laughing out loud. And he says, "Just kidding. Not trying to scare you off. But do not worry. There is something here for everybody. Please enjoy the buffet, enjoy the drinks, and enjoy the show." And he heads back, and a couple more dancers come out.
I take a look around just in general. How many women are here? Not on stage, but like patrons.
About a lot more than you would think. About 30-40%.
Are there
They're there for the
any
food.
male dancers, or is everyone up on stage?
What an
female?
excellent
I
question.
know.
The next 3 dancers are male.
Cool.
Please describe to me every detail.
Nope,
of the
nope.
The,
I need to know the length.
if you want...
You're not even there.
So the next 3 dancers are male.
I just saw that.
Another Minotaur, not the one from the front, but another Minotaur, a human, and another elf. So, you guys while away the hours at the Horny Halfling?
I'm just gonna get some food and ignore everything else.
Okay.
inside.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit over by the Minotaur.
Okay, so you're enjoying his show?
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab food. And I want to see if I can talk to one of the elf women that was dancing on stage.
Okay. Okay,
Horny
yeah.
bastard.
Other reasons.
Other reasons.
All right.
There's 2 other reasons.
You want to claim the land?
No.
It's easy enough to find them after they're done with their dance. They're kind of out working the crowd. There's several other, both male and female, and varying races, kind of intermingling through the crowd. Obviously, dancers and
Were
workers.
there any other tieflings, or just me?
You're the only tiefling you've
That's
seen
what I
thus
thought,
far.
Just in general.
Thus far.
Mhm.
I mean, it's midday.
Yeah.
This is the off crew.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's in that, and we're not super
Yeah.
often.
Yeah. But yeah, it's easy enough to find them. You're basically kind of right near the stage, watching as this big Minotaur is dancing. And Tomer, yep, you sure enough, you see the elven woman with the long brunette hair. And she's currently talking to one of the other patrons, briefly. She's just kind of standing there, kind of leaning over, talking to him.
I want to see if I can catch her attention.
Okay, what are you going to do?
I'm going to try to, while she's talking to the guy, I'm trying to move myself into where her perspective would be after she's done talking.
Okay,
See if I can catch her eye.
that's all you're doing? Okay. So she notices you kind of walking by and looking at her. And this other patron doesn't seem to be really wanting to part with his money. So she's like, "Oh, anything you need, sweetie. I'll be back." And she gives him a little squeeze on the shoulder, and she kind of walks over to you, and she immediately reaches up and kind of drapes one hand over your shoulder. "Hello there, handsome.
Hello.
What can I do for you?"
I was wondering if you can help me out. I'm looking for somebody.
"Oh, really?"
Yeah. He used to come to places like this where we used to run back in the day. I was just wondering if you ran by here.
Well, I don't know. We get so many people through here.
He's a half elf, rough and tumble looking kind of guy, runs with a gang. They usually travel together whenever they go to places like this. Anything like that?
We get lots of people like that through here. Perhaps if something jogged my memory. I don't know.
I take out 2 gold and I hold them up. Does this help?
She just kind of reaches up, pockets them, and tucks them away, and says, "You got a description?"
Tall, lengthy, short cut. He's got a scar in his right eye. Very pale-based looking fella.
Tall, lengthy, scar on the right eye.
Goes by the name of Vicus.
She just kind of looks around and says, "Maybe you should buy a dance." And like kind of runs her hand down your arm and grabs your hand and starts walking you towards the back.
Does she? Do I feel like she actually knows something, or is she just trying to get more money out of it?
Give me an insight check.
Yeah. I'm not playing these fucking games right now. 16 plus 2.
You think she's got info.
I will follow her gladly.
Okay.
And I'll make an eye contact with Leon. I'll be like, I'll be right back.
I don't necessarily trust that.
Okay.
He doesn't take long.
As she leads you to the to kind of a curtained off section, when you approach the curtain, you step through that, and sitting there in a nice comfortable chair is a Goliath. And he looks up, says, "Got another one, eh?" She's like, "Always." And he puts his hand up. 5 gold.
I drop it.
Okay. Is it? Have fun. And she leads you into the back in one of the private areas. And then once you're in there, you can hear the music from here, and it's weird because it's like somehow through like the construction of the place and maybe acoustics and how they've done things, they've managed to take the music of the band and like physically direct the sound to come into these back booth areas so that you can enjoy the music and it's a little more private. And so she kind of sits you down and she starts dancing and going through, and then she leans in real close, and as she's still kind of dancing around, she says, "You mean Vic, right?"
Yeah.
Yeah. He's been through here. I haven't seen him in a couple months. But I've seen him come through here before.
Was he alone or was he with some guys?
He usually has a group with him.
When's the last? So he came by not too long ago. Was he passing through?
Usually does. I mean, he's in town for a couple days and then he's gone. Could be a month, could be a couple months. Last I've seen him was a few months back.
Would you be able to keep some eyes open for me if I made it a little bit more easier for you?
Look, he's well liked. I shouldn't be disclosing him showing up to anywhere in particular, but I am. I'm not going to give away too much more. This is dangerous.
All right. Well, thank you for your time. I'll give her 2 extra gold and I'll walk back out to the Leon while he's eating.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm watching my Minotaur.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Can you say baseball bat in spandex?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what's swinging around in front of you. It's like going to Publix and seeing that big sausage log. Yeah. But no. You are being entertained.
Yeah.
And you guys just kind of hang out at the Horny Halfling for the remainder of the time?
Yeah, I mean, till dinner time, give or take, and then I'll, grab
After
some,
I eat, I'll head back to
grab
meet
some
them
free
at the
food.
honey pot.
and
Okay.
then hop over to Honey Pot.
All right.
I do want to request a little private session with Mr. Minotaur.
Okay. All right. You enjoy your time.
Yeah.
He is more than happy to dance for you.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all it is.
For
Hey.
those who are listening, dagger-like eyes pierce Jason.
Yes. Look, if you want more than that,
You gotta cough up gold.
you can't do that here. That's against the laws.
Let me know if the laws change.
What did I miss?
How about you be
She's the horny
How about
barbie.
you how about you be the dominant one and ask him out?
I was going to.
But yeah, you guys you finish up having some entertainment and getting some info, and make your way back to the Honey Pot Inn. It is dinner time. You are all served some wonderful food as you are sit down, enjoying that and discussing what to do next.
Well, it's closing towards the night, and that's when we're going to do our stakeout, correct?
Yeah, what's the ghost dock situation?
On dock number 5, it is haunted, supposedly, according to one of the workers who was staking out that position. And they are having things stolen from that dock. So, ideally, we need to figure out whether it's a ghost or not. Probably not. But we need to prepare for it just in case. Then we need to figure out where their stuff is going.
Mm-hmm.
Since it only took me like an hour, I think, to make that holy water, I've probably just been napping and killing time in the meantime.
Okay. Yeah, and
Because we're going to be
Yeah,
up for
you feel well rested.
well rested enough to get my slot back.
You get a short rest. You did not
Fair
get a
enough.
long rest.
I'll take it.
He's got a magic weapon. He's got holy water. She's got damaging magic, and you've got the other thing.
We didn't even confirm if this holy water was going to do anything to
One way
it.
to find
It's a
out.
good backup. But I need to come up with some good insults for ghosts.
Awfully pale, huh?
Simple and straightforward. I like
you've
it.
seen
You look like you've seen a ghost.
See right through your bruise.
Speaking of simple and straightforward.
You want a rematch, huh?
He's giving you his heart.
It says A.
He's
A.
right. It does.
A is for asshole.
I'm sure you know very much about that.
I'm gonna write everything she gave me down in my journal.
Okay.
I'm gonna just tuck it away so
Mhm.
no one can see it.
Well, are we off to the docks, boys?
Is it evening yet?
Yeah.
I would assume.
Okay. I get up from my nap, stretch, put my armor back on, and get ready to head out.
Okay.
Lock and load.
Later.
I grab a raven's meat for the road.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Except not Raven. I'm going to go with the good old Evermead.
All right. So you guys grab some drinks for the road, and you head on down to the docks. Old Baka has already made arrangements for you to be able to go onto the docks at night, even though the area is typically the gates are closed and locked.
You best start believing
they-
in ghost stories, Mrs. Turner.
You're in one. But he lets you in through. There is a small amount of night crew that works the docks in general, just in case a ship comes in at night. But you've been informed that they've had to basically not use Dock 5, at night. So if there isn't a ship at Dock 5, then they basically rope it off so that at night nobody comes in. Because nobody wants to go over there and work. But the other docks, fair game. But other than that, Dock 5 is kind of abandoned. And we're not talking this dock has one ship. We're not talking a berth. A ship gets its own berth. Dock 5 has about 12 berths on it.
The ships are giving birth?
Yes. Okay. And we're talking Black Pearl size ships.
Ooh.
Okay. These are big fucking docks.
Dock 5 would be what you
Dock 5 is the furthest one.
Sketchy of the dock.
Yeah.
You should say that out loud. That's a good one.
But it's out of character.
Damn it.
That'd be you. I'm giving you the material to say out loud.
I can't take someone else's joke. I've got a couple stored in my own mind right now.
Yeah, but Dock 5 is the furthest dock, and each one of these docks, can house, 10 to 12 big ships. There's a couple different configurations. So there are some that can take on the massive warships that are even bigger, so they can have less overall.
Yeah.
But still, you get the picture. So you're kind of said, go ahead, go down to Dock 5. You see, the few workers that are out and about just in case a ship pulls in to make sure it gets, docked properly. Excuse me. But other than that, when you walk down to Dock 5, nobody's out there.
Is there any ships or anything in port, or is it just completely barren?
Right now it is barren. There is no ships.
Are the
at Dock
tools
5.
that are normally getting stolen set out right now?
Right now, you don't see much at Dock 5, except there are some barrels and other things stationed along there. You'd have to look and see what's inside there in some of these crates and some of these barrels, and there are the cleats that they basically tie off ships around. So there's big coils of rope around there. There's the little lanterns that are set on the pilings. Okay, those are all lit still, even though nobody else is out here.
What's the range that your light will be in effect away from you?
Take a look. 1 hour, 20-foot radius, and dim light for an additional 20 feet, so 40 feet.
Okay, but can it be any distance away from you before it
You
fizzles?
touch one object that is no larger than 10 feet in any dimension until the spell ends.
This is just what light?
Object sheds light, yes.
Yeah, you just cast it on an item.
Yeah,
Okay.
that item will glow as long as it's not bigger than 10 feet.
So you said that the torches, if you will, are on the underside of the dock, or are they up top?
No, you've got the pilings,
Mm-hmm.
basically the supports for the actual dock framework. So these giant, massive diameter, basically like tree trunks. Think, like sequoias, but not quite that big. But they're big diameter pilings of wood that go down that are supporting the frame of the dock, and they stick up a couple feet from the dock surface. And on each one of these, there is a fairly decent-sized lantern.
Okay. If I were to peer underneath the pier, would I be able to see what's underneath there?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to
Support.
I'm going to peek down there. I don't see anything going on, any kind of ropes or anything fishing going on down there.
No,
Okay.
not really. You see the supports and stuff like that. Give me a perception check.
That is a 19.
Okay. Yeah, it's a bit dark. It doesn't look like anything out of the ordinary down there.
Everyone but you had dark vision, right?
Probably.
I
Yeah, I
think
believe
so.
that's the case.
Yeah, even with dark vision, it's
Mhm.
it's a bit dark, so it's kind of like
You can just cast light on like a rock or something and throw it in the
Cast
direction.
darkness, you say?
No.
So you guys are walking along Pier 5 at this point.
I will say, for what it's worth, I'm in my super dark cloak and I'm staying like 30 feet behind everyone.
Okay.
I'll go out of my way to light the torch so I can see properly.
Yeah, and I have light casted on my, my weapon. I'll just have that out holding it as a light source.
I'm trying to stay extra dark, so I'm not doing any of that.
All right.
Holding the sword around, illuminating.
I need a perception check from you, Percy.
Nat 20.
Wow,
Okay.
she actually saw something.
Oh my god.
You see nothing.
From the shadows, you of like one of these pilings. There's kind of some shadows around the edges. From there, you hear.
Sounds like someone just visited the horny heifer.
I cast a message over in that direction, and I repeat the sound back to it.
Mhm.
Mockingly. See how stupid you sound?
Hey, water boy.
Speak common, fuckhead.
Yeah, that's what I do for this exact current moment. And then depending on if it responds, I guess, past that, let me know.
Yeah, hold on a sec. Just waiting on something that's being a pain in the ass. I don't know if it's just the internet being a dick or what. Which can happen, you know.
Nah, it can't happen. I don't know what you're talking about.
Alright. Okay, what was your total perception?
Nat 20.
Plus stuff.
Oh,
Plus?
plus a whole 0.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, you hear that moaning sound.
Yeah, and I message it right back to him.
Okay. No response other than you continue to hear that moaning
I
sound.
send a message over to the boys and me kind of just, and then pointing in that general direction.
Okay.
Unique sound you just made.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it is what it is.
I saw you
Reverberation.
Opens mouth, guitar sound plays.
What? Oh, it's because
my
your.
straw in my cup
Yeah.
is reverberating off of my.
I think it's because your elbow.
no,
is
100% it is.
making
Travel.
Yeah.
Now, are the rest of you standing together?
I'm gonna be a little bit spaced out.
Okay. So let's get just kind of an idea of where everyone is. You said you were staying back,
30 feet back.
I ain't
30
afraid
feet
of
back from the
ghosts.
group. So you're like on this pier or dock. On this pier or dock. Let's just do this real quick.
You don't have dark vision, bro?
Oh, you got
Not in your house.
it. Fun shellfish.
6, 7, come on, 8, 10. Damn it.
Am I rolling too?
I was just going for a D12 roll for no reason.
There's a red tiefling in there somewhere.
Wow.
This is just to give you kind of
I
a little
got-
bit of an idea of the scale.
If you want, I got maps you can draw on like extra marker
Yep,
and stuff
this
too.
is
Okay.
fine. This is just to give you a little bit of an idea of the scale. Okay, so each square is basically like a 10-foot square. Okay, so this is like 40 feet across for these piers, so to speak, and then these big pilings are like 10-foot diameter piling. I mean, they're freaking huge. Okay, and then sitting on each one of these is a light. And then, so Percy, you're like here, but you're about 30 feet back from The rest of the group is there. And then Tomer, where were you? You're saying you were a little bit different from...
So she's... How far is the group from her?
She's about 30 feet back from everybody.
I'll be 15 back from wherever gold is. No,
Okay, so you're about... So that means he's about there, and then you, since you were staying 30 feet back from everyone,
You can move that.
so you're about there.
You can move that guy as me.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys are kind of up here. And Percy points to this area here. That's where the moaning sound's coming from.
I'm pointing.
Yeah, and she did the message spell in order to get you that information, because otherwise she'd have to be yelling. But you guys are probably a good... Tomer, you're probably a good 25 to 30 feet away from it. And the rest of you are like more like 45, 50 feet away.
It's I assume closer to me.
Yeah. It's much closer to you. You're about like 10 feet away.
Do I see anything over there? Or I just hear the noise, right?
You just hear the noise. You don't see anything.
That's the end of part 2 for this episode. Tune in for part 3 next week.